Good afternoon, Lincoln, and hello, hunters. If you're here for love, lore, and some emotional chaos, then welcome to this cozy corner of the timeline. I stream memories like this every Tuesday at noon PST, so come hang out live. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on my other social medias. I'd love to see you guys around. Oh, and let me know down in the comments which part of the memory was your favorite. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there, hunters. I am staying with this game. Alright, and I haven't changed any settings, so you guys should be able to still hear everything. It's good emotional trauma, too, which makes me happy. It is. It's very good emotional trauma. I'm here for it. I live for it. Right. After some investigation, combined with a vague hunch, I've identified a highly suspicious wanderer. Andrew is tracking it, but it's been several days since I got a response. This lull allows me to test the new gear Simone modified for me before the next mission. The only problem is that my partner, who promised to join me for this trial, is late as usual. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. They're on a roll with these old songs, because like I started singing Hello Darkness, my old friend for Xavier's new myth, because I was like, he literally said goodbye to the light and said hello darkness, my old friend. Not even joking, their other game has been running for more than 8 years. Then yeah, this game's gonna be around for a while. Healthy trauma is good trauma. That's Simone for you. She can turn even the simplest sidearm into something extraordinary. I switch on the safety and put away my gun. My gaze drifts to the empty lane beside me. Looks like Xavier, king of tardiness, didn't even get a chance to try out the new gear first.
But at least I have the luck of a partner who's always thinking about me.
Hi, Xavier. The door to the shooting range opened without me noticing. Xavier leans against the doorframe and smiles. Okay, but the image of that is kind of cute.
I got caught up following a new lead. I didn't have time to tell you.
This is why we have trust issues with you, Xavier, because you don't mention anything to us. Is it about the case you've been digging into? You've been really mysterious about it. Time you filled me in. He raises the cup in his hand as he speaks.
Let's talk over a cup of coffee first. I'll tell you everything then.
Will you really, though, Xavier? I follow Xavier into the training room's lounge area. I grab the cup of coffee he offers me. I cautiously take a small sip. It's a little hot and sort of weak, but it's still decent. I would love a decent office coffee, but every time I drink coffee at the office, it's never good. Just saying. He got caught up finishing another mission he didn't want to talk about. You made this?
The coffee machine did all the work. I just put in the beans and provided the cup.
It sounds like you didn't do much, but the coffee isn't bad. Hearing this, Xavier chuckles. So your investigation is coffee related?
Certain people were smuggling painted protocore fragments in the coffee beans. I had to attend as a judge at the coffee contest. I figured that with all the effort they put in, there would be a clue about the ether course. But all we got were some modified, regular protocores.
Oh, I thought... I pause. and my gaze falls into the cup in my hand.
What is it?
Since joining Special Operations, Xavier and I busied ourselves with tracking down leads on the Aether Core. But I always had a feeling that he was carrying out this secret mission even long before he joined. I also think it's connected to Xavier's other secrets, but this isn't the right time to delve into them. I would have been really mad not to get invited to a coffee contest mission. Honestly, same. I hold myself back from saying, I thought you'd know something related to the Aether Core's whereabouts. I thought you had more leads, solid leads, than Simone and I.
Oh, I figured you'd ask something more probing.
How so? As if reading my mind, Xavier gives me the chance to steer the direction of the conversation. But when Xavier lowers his head in response to my question, it almost seems like he's slightly upset.
Isn't there anything you genuinely want to ask?
Me of that kitty 4-star tender moment. That one is so cute. We were working in a cafe, one of the best guys. It is one of the best cards. Despite everything we've been through so far, I've never really pressed Xavier about his connection to the Aether Course. In that case... how long have you been tracking the Aether Core? Have you been tracking down the Aether Cores before this? Because of my circumstances, I need to keep walking down this path. But what about you?
I'm in the same boat as you. Maybe the only difference is that I knew what the future would entail before I chose this path. And that very future is why I must continue to forge ahead.
No. Noticing my thoughtful expression, he smiles and gently soothes the furrow between my brows.
I know. You aren't satisfied with my answer.
No, because you're aloof and mysterious.
But there are some truths you have to see and decide for yourself.
Xavier's hunter watch as well as mine beep at the same time as he finishes speaking.
The wanderer you identified earlier, the one associated with the beta protocurve energy, is confirmed to be related to the Aether Cores. The detailed information has been synchronized with your device's data log. Get ready to head out. This wanderer will also be difficult to deal with. Should I ask Simone to assist you?
That won't be necessary. My best mission partner is back. The call ends. I raise my eyebrow at Xavier. I should witness the truths and answers I'm after for myself, but that doesn't mean I have to do it alone. One last question. I'd like to know if my partner is willing to fight alongside me for this, and whether or not it's just for today.
I believe this answer will meet your expectations. I'll always be with you, beyond just today.
No, Xavier, you're so sweet. All right, number 2. I do like Xavier in his hunter's gear. I don't know why, but it looks so good on him. Commission. Lately, several students at Prestera University have disappeared after being attacked by the same wanderer, only to mysteriously reappear on campus a few days later. Although these students return unscathed, they have no memory of what happened while they were missing. find out the reason behind these disappearances, and eliminate the Wanderer on campus. His voice is so tender. This is the start of when he has like his actual normal Xavier voice. I noticed in these ones, this is when they start having like their more comfortable voices. They're more consistent voices. His school outfit! He's so cute. I love those glasses too. Hunter's outfit is really good. I really like the blue. I just got the blue version and it looks so good. A hand reaches over, turns off the interface of my Hunter's watch, and adjusts my cuff before pulling away.
If you keep staring at it, everyone will soon figure out we're hunters.
I lower my arm and glance at Xavier, who's walking next to me. You're right. Xavier, my astronomy buddy. The warm autumn sun peeks out from behind the leaves. It casts dappled light onto the corner of his mouth.
That sounds a little staged. You're my journalism schoolmate, remember?
3 days ago, the Wanderer that Andrew tracked using the Beta Proto Curve showed up at Prestera University. Considering the recent student disappearances at the university, the association has assigned us the mission to eliminate the Wanderer. To prevent any unnecessary panic, Xavier and I are pretending to be students. With the university's help, we'll be conducting interviews with the attacked students under the guise of a campus TV station.
You're walking too fast.
My wrist is gently pulled, bringing me back to the moment. I realize I've been rushing. This is the pace I'm used to when I'm on a mission. I look around and purposefully slow down. But we finally found a Wanderer that's connected to the Aether cores. I would rather move quickly to prevent any problems from happening.
You seem eager.
Aren't you? Xavier adjusts my backpack strap as it starts to slip.
Information about the Aether cores is always shrouded in secrecy. Out of 100 leads, one might get you somewhere at best. This lead seems unusually straightforward.
It's almost as if it's been set up for us to find. Is that what you want to say?
It's just a guess.
You might be right, but with the lead right before our eyes, I can't shake the feeling that we need to check it out ourselves.
Yeah, you really are the powerful and impressive evolver everyone's been talking about. But before we meet those students, our first job is to act as students.
As we talk, we end up walking down a tree-lined path and arrive at a bustling square. Around us, numerous sleek, temporary booths are set up. Students are excitedly waving through them.
Prestera University Club Recruitment.
There are so many people. Let's take a different route. It's almost time for our scheduled interview, and it won't look good on us if we're late.
Yeah, it'll take a while. But how about we use this opportunity to relive our student days for a bit?
No, thank you. I would rather I don't relive my student days. How are we gonna do that? Xavier stares at me. Then, he fixes my hair and takes off his non-prescription glasses. He puts them on my face.
Much better.
Does this make me look more like a student?
It just looks nice.
Hi, are you a freshman this year? You seem perfect for the lead role in our film club's latest project. Are you interested?
Calm down, he's not interested, thank you. While the club member looks down to find the registration form, A corner of Xavier's mouth slightly curls up.
What did I say?
So that whole sequence, Mira is canonically blind and always wears glasses. And so I feel like for this mission, she would not have worn glasses because it would have changed the look of her face. And for Xavier to put glasses on her face would defeat the whole purpose of her looking different. But also I feel like she'd have contacts on, so wearing glasses with contacts would also hurt a lot. I feel like Xavier was throwing his teammate under the bus, but this trick surprisingly worked. This is my favorite song in the whole entire game. By the time we arrive at our scheduled interview spot, I'm completely in student mode.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president.
Soren.
So I was told you guys were hunters.
You're not fooling anybody. Not with that bowl cut of yours. You're as bad as what's his face. You're just as slimy. The tall, lanky boy gives a slightly uneasy smile. His head sinks lower as he speaks.
The students who disappeared earlier are waiting in the classroom. They only know it's for a campus TV interview.
Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
I mean, just keep the question simple and try not to scare anyone.
I want to toss him across the hallway.
After all, they've all had encounters with the Wanderer. Let's make sure we don't add to their trauma.
Because of you dumbass! Understood. We'll be careful. Not fooling anybody. Least of all me, the best hunter in the academy. Oh! I've seen the classroom before. Okay. I didn't know that. As we enter the classroom, several pairs of cautious, weary eyes quickly focus on us. I clear my throat and offer a genuine, friendly smile. Hi, I'm a broadcast journalism major and a member of the campus television station. This is my partner. Xavier steps forward, but doesn't speak, which prompts me to continue. He's the one handling the microphone and camera. He's an astronomy major. Our simple introduction doesn't achieve the effect we wanted. Perhaps the Wanderer did give them quite a scare. They scrutinize us wearily, but no one responds.
Hi,
A bag full of drinks appears from behind the door. One person holding it hesitantly. Oh, the person holding it hesitantly struggles to gesture a couple of times. I take the bag. The vice president shyly smiles, then silently moves to sit by the classroom's back door. He's definitely an introvert. Cooperating with us on the university's behalf must be tough for him. No, he's not, MC. He's a disgrace to all introverts that ever introverted. He's being so stereotypical introvert. Don't be fooled. When I distribute the drinks with Xavier, the classroom's tense atmosphere begins to soften because food and drink fixes everything. As I try to come up with an appropriate icebreaker, Xavier nudges my elbow. Do not feel bad for him. Do not feel bad for him.
Oh, right. Didn't we meet up downstairs this morning?
I'm confused, so I manage only a grunt in response.
I think I forgot to check in for my morning class.
You're an astronomy major. Aren't you taking Dr. Ulysses' course?
It takes me a moment to realize that Xavier's somber tone doesn't match his hopeful eyes. That's actually cute. As I move the chair, I lean in close to Xavier's ear. Did you do your research ahead of time?
I just threw out a question and didn't expect it to go anywhere.
Straightening his posture, Xavier smiles and looks at the student who responded to his question earlier.
Yeah, his classes are really tough.
The student relaxes as the conversation begins to flow more naturally.
I knew it. When it comes to the strictest professor at Prestara University, no one can beat Dr. Ulysses. But it's not that bad. While he's strict in class, he's pretty chill on the basketball court when classes are over. Actually, I missed one of Dr. Ulysses' meetings because of that Wanderer incident. Thanks for reminding me. I need to catch up with him later.
You're welcome.
Xavier's little giggle is so cute. I don't know if it's actually like a giggle. It's more like forced air through his nose laugh, but it's still very cute. Xavier adjusts his position and gives me a knowing look. Seeing Xavier's cue, I quietly switch on the recorder and casually throw out a question. Besides missing out on that meeting, can you tell us a bit more about what happened after the attack? You can say whatever you want. Don't worry, we won't disclose any personal information. The students exchange looks. They seem resolved to speak.
I'll go first then.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but his eyes seemed to go blank for a moment after he said that.
This is what we call a white hole, a theoretical region of space-time. If we reverse
What are you
all the
doing?
symbols in the equation representing the geometry of space,
We're not actually here for the
then in
lecture,
this very space,
but we might
objects are
as
no
well
longer unable to
look
escape
the
from
part.
it. Or rather,
I slide the open textbook to the corner of the desk, line up my notebook and pens, and place a water bottle on the side. Your desk is so neat. It's only a matter of time before the professor notices. According to a student's account, the incident occurred outside the classroom. He was heading to a meeting with the professor. I decided to talk to the professor to see if we could gather any new clues. So I dragged Xavier with me the next day, and we snuck into his classroom.
Yeah, it's a perfect disguise. The way you quickly claimed a seat in the back was nice and clean, too.
The back row is where the VVVIP section. It has a great view and ambience, perfect for relaxing, entertainment, and even... Spotting two students in the back row secretly holding hands under their desk, I casually changed the subject. Where did you prefer to sit when you were in school?
I didn't have a particular preference, but I usually sat in the back too. The sunlight was nice, and the breeze was refreshing.
I bet they sat in main character seat next to the window all the way in the back. Just saying. How comfortable were the desks and chairs?
They were okay.
As our casual chat drifts on, I flip open my notebook and turn my attention back to our mission. Even though we learned a lot of details from talking to those students affected by the attack yesterday, we didn't find anything notable. Those 5 students were either normal people or evolvers. They encountered the Wanderer in various spots. Some were on the tree-lined path, and others were in labs. And they woke up in different places afterwards. This Wanderer doesn't seem to be limited to indoor or outdoor spaces. There's no clear pattern to where it shows up.
It's not completely random, though.
Xavier takes the pen from me and draws a few circles on my notebook.
All the incidents happened at night. If that's connected to the Wanderer's behavior, then we can narrow our search. Also, all these students just started college this year.
Does that mean something?
Maybe this Wanderer thinks freshmen are easy targets.
Then it must have access to the university's enrollment system. I flip through the notebook pages again and again, yet nothing clicks. It seems like the Wanderer is targeting the students at random, but I can't believe it's just a coincidence.
In this world, many coincidences are often part of a larger scheme. These students are being chosen for a reason. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Some Wanderers do target certain individuals. For example...
You! Over there!
I've been caught. Realizing the sudden silence around me, I look up to see Dr. Ulysses, the professor. Apparently I cannot say that name, that's something new. On the podium, he's smiling.
Yes, I'm talking to you, young lady in the back row. Come up here and show everyone what a Morris Thorn wormhole is.
No problem. Caleb probably taught me about it. All right, 4. I never thought I'd get caught talking in class. For a moment, I'm stunned, and I don't know how to respond.
No? Then let's have your friend try. Come along now.
I tug at Xavier's clothes and quickly whisper, "Let me do it. If I mess up, I'll just apologize." Xavier reassuringly squeezes my hand, stands up, and confidently walks to the podium. The classroom lights dim, and a holographic projection appears from his fingers. It forms the image of the universe.
In theory, the Morris Thorn wormhole is a traversable wormhole. It is spherically symmetrical and features a throat that bridges 2 black holes. The throat is a finite spherical region containing negative energy density matter to counteract gravitational forces inside the wormhole.
As Xavier speaks in a measured tone, the stars shift under his touch to gradually form a wormhole model. The lights from distant planets flicker before us, and his silhouette seemingly stretches across the light years. For a moment, I wonder, was Xavier like this back in college?
Correct. The negative energy's repulsive gravitational properties keep the wormhole's throat open, allowing matter or signals to pass through. Time travel becomes possible with this model. For example, the deep space tunnel above us might very well be a giant wormhole. The mysterious deep space signals could then make their way to our distant Earth.
I think this is the first time that we learn, in depth what the deep space tunnel could be.
Perhaps certain materials, or even other forms of life,
Oh yeah,
find
they're
us
like
through
spelling
these
it out for
cosmic
us.
channels.
They're like, yeah, Xavier is definitely from another planet.
What are you thinking about?
I snap back to reality. Xavier has crossed the starry expanse and now stands before me. He's within arm's reach once more. I'm curious. Were you really an astronomy graduate?
Who knows? I have too many diplomas at home. I need to check first.
Xavier's the kind of guy that goes to school for funsies. Huh? When the bell rings, signaling the end of the lecture, the classroom empties out quickly, even though it was packed just moments ago. As the professor starts to pack, I approach him. I'm about to ask about the students who were attacked.
Xavier, have you been a deep space hunter for so long that you want to relive your college days?
Huh? The professor walks away from the podium, one hand holding his bag and the other in his pocket. His serious demeanor is gone.
Hello. Are you also a deep space hunter? His colleague, perhaps?
This is Ulysses. He's an old friend of mine. Now he works as an assistant professor.
I was promoted to associate professor 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First, there was Jeremiah, a mysterious florist. Now, it's a university physics professor. I'm once again shocked by how unpredictable Xavier's social circle is.
Let's get back to business. You're not the type of person to visit without a reason. Did something happen at the university?
So then is Ulysses local? Is he a backtracker then? Is that... I can't remember from the anecdotes if this was mentioned or... But is he a backtracker or is he just someone that Xavier met when he first arrived? Because we know that he arrived at least 40 years ago. I love how Xavier knows so many people. Like, do they not question why he never... Well, that's why I'm thinking is the professor a backtracker also? I know that the backtrackers don't age, but also there's been mention that they're not immortal, so... I mean, eventually they must age? Or is he just... someone Xavier met, and then he's just not questioning why Xavier looks like he's still 23.
I'm on a mission.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, he doesn't give off the idea, like, that he knows Xavier more than just maybe someone in passing. I need to reread all of the anecdotes. I plan on going through all the anecdotes again, so I'll be right there with you. He's not giving that he is a backtracker, like he knows Xavier on a backtracker's level. So I think he's just more of a person that Xavier knew. I always thought of Xavier as this pooky immortal alien. I do like that he does know a bunch of people, like, on a first name basis. I mean, that's not incorrect. It's not, no. I know that he's immortal, like they don't, like, from my understanding is that they don't age. But Jeremiah at one point does say that they're not immortal early on when you first, like, meet him or something like that. Or at some point, I'm pretty sure Jeremiah mentioned something about not being immortal. But I can't remember when that was.
Well, if you're involved, it can't be just any mission. Should I be expecting a major incident to take place?
Okay, so he knows enough that when Xavier comes around, that danger is going to be around as well. So he knows that much about Xavier, which means they have to be on a pretty close basis. Lord of the Rings elf rules. They can be killed, but they don't age outwardly. That's what I'm getting too. Is that that's what I'm getting as well. Looks like I'm not the only one who has certain impression of Xavier. But this gives me the perfect opening to ask him about the Wanderer. That makes sense. Professor, I'm not going to try to say your name because I can't say it. Professor, we heard one of your students was attacked by a Wanderer and went missing a few days ago. Were you in the area when this happened? The professor pauses for a moment before nodding.
I was in the lab preparing for a meeting when I heard a scream outside the room, but I didn't find anything even after looking around. I later learned that a student had been attacked by a Wanderer. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously injured.
It looks like the professor didn't see the Wanderer. I'm a little disappointed. I'm kind of wondering if something happened back when Xavier was in university that made the professor suspect something else was going on with Xavier. I mean, that could be. But I feel like towards the end of this, he's the dad of the son Xavier had to look after in his anecdote. I don't know. Okay. I had canon is the Lord of the Ring elf aging thing too. Okay. I also thought at the end of this, the professor came in again somehow, but I don't remember.
Did the lab's flux stabilizer show any reaction?
No.
I immediately get what Xavier is hinting at. If the flux stabilizer didn't react, then the Wanderer's metaflux fluctuation levels must have been below 50. There are only a few Wanderers capable of such stealth. Our search is narrowed considerably.
It's also possible we're dealing with a modified Wanderer.
He may have been a different group of backtrackers, because apparently not all of them were associated with Xavier. Okay, so there's several groups of backtrackers then. They must either be in super small groups or just different missions. As if reading my mind, Xavier reveals another observation. I nod. Got it. I'll ask Andrew to compare the proto-curve data with the possible Wanderer profiles.
Wait, I just remembered something.
Okay.
The flux stabilizer can't detect that level of metaflux. However, the research center's RMFMA might.
RMFMA?
But the research center isn't even near here.
It was moved to the campus earlier this year, so it's not that far away now.
Yeah, they may not even be called backtrackers. They might have been different names. Okay. And he's the dad of the kid. Okay. I'll keep that in mind then.
It should have captured the metaflux fluctuation and its dynamic range when the Wanderer appeared.
Then, can we use that device for a bit?
RMFMA. It stands for Reflective Metaflux Field Monitor and Analyzer.
A flicker of doubt crosses my mind, but I push it aside for now. I wait for the professor to respond.
Sure. As long as you have the clearance to operate it and access the system, you can use it.
But we don't quite fit those requirements.
Let's go.
Huh? Xavier picks up my backpack and turns to the professor.
Aren't you going to lead the way?
Surprise! Xavier has clearance. Sorry, a siren was passing. The research center the professor mentioned is formally known as the Prestera University Deep Space Exploration Research Center. It houses the RMFMA under the skylight on the 3rd floor. The machine's brass casing and bulky appearance make it stick out like a sore thumb. Yet the screen's flashing indicator light and fast-moving images exude a sophisticated air.
This analyzer is one of the most advanced pieces of tech in the past few decades, and it remains so today. It can detect the slightest fluctuations in the deep space tunnel. Unfortunately, there are fewer than 10 of them in the world. Many talented researchers and professors have turned down prestigious offers elsewhere.
So, a question that I may have missed early on in the game when I first started and was reading through everything. But the deep space tunnel, is it the Wanderers that causes the protofields, or is it the deep space tunnel that causes the protofields? And skim through the anecdotes at the very end. Interesting few sentences. All right. Okay. And I know that the Wanderers are created, or the Ultram are created, but are there two types of Wanderers then too? There's the Ultram, and then there's the Wanderers from the actual protocores that form in the protofields. Am I getting that correct? I think it's the metaflux that the Wanderers carry, but it's like tunnel fluctuates. The metaflux the Wanderers carry. Okay. Like the actual Wanderers, not Ultram. Because the Ultram are basically Wanderers being created from humans.
Also, they could work with the RMFMA at our research center.
Wait, what did he say? Offers also, okay. I thought it was both, or the metaflux and other energies that created the Wanderers. You should all go back to Hunter School. I would have barely passed at this point in time. Do Xavier and I need to apply for access first to retrieve this data? Where is Xavier?
All the data related to the Wanderers corrupted.
Xavier appears from behind the RMFMA. He removes his safety goggles and takes off his disposable lab coat. How did you... Aside from how did you operate the machine and you know how to use it, I focus on the most important one. What do you mean by corrupted? Did it capture even a trace of the Wanderer?
Yes. It showed that a Wanderer appeared on the university's campus in the past 2 weeks. But all the data has been tampered with. The generated spectrum also has many errors. It can't be used as a clue.
The hem and cuffs of his lab coat somehow get tangled together. Xavier frowns and pulls harder, but they're still stuck. Raise your hand a little bit more. As I help Xavier wriggle out of his lab coat, my mind races with questions. Maybe the RMFMA is too old, so it malfunctioned.
If that were the case, the first issues wouldn't show up in detection and sampling errors. Which means someone deliberately tampered with it.
Once he's out of the lab coat, I meet his gaze. It's brimming with confidence. It's a rare, high-end device, yet Xavier seems to know it inside and out and can even log into the system to use it. Because the intellect type originates from mental energy, I believe, according to AC. When fighting, we are often pulled into protofields. The metaflux level is used to predict whether a protofield will form. And wanderers can exist outside of the protofields, but also inside of the protofields. A lot of time it seems like the wanderers come out from the protofields. I slightly pull him forward. I purposefully change my expression and lower my voice. All right, cut to the chase. How were you able to operate the machine?
It might look complex, but it's actually easy to use.
You know that's not what I meant.
You're not really going to interrogate me right now, are you?
As the professor returns from examining the data, I let go of Xavier. I step back to make room. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Okay.
The data is corrupted, and just as you suggested, someone probably tampered with it. However, the research center is a secure, newly built facility that few people can access. If we include me, only a handful of researchers work here.
They can move out of it, apparently, but they might originate from there, I guess. Well, and so I was just thinking, wouldn't that mean that the protocores manifest in the protofields? I mean, it doesn't really mean anything if they are, at least not right now, but it's just an interesting thought that the protocores are the main source of the wanderers, how the wanderers are made. Okay. So that means the protocores are from the protofields. But that doesn't explain no, because the flux nexuses are always in protofields. Because I was like, well, that doesn't explain the nexuses. But the flux nexuses are always in protofields, because in the original one, when Xavier was soothing that wanderer, it was in a protofield, and then the other one was in the N109 zone, but I forgot that the N109 zone is just one big protofield also. Because it's a secret between me and Xavier. He just doesn't know how to react. He doesn't know what kind of secret his son agreed to with Xavier, but whatever. It's not on Frank. After all, when Ulysses was younger, he was also... Oh, what? Okay. So he's known Xavier for a long time. Okay, so Ulysses is not a backtracker. He's just someone who's known Xavier for a real long time. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know where we sit with this.
The last system login was recorded to be over a month ago.
Has anyone else been in here the past 2 weeks?
The professor thinks long and hard before finally giving a hesitant reply.
Yes, but it's not...
That does help. Thank you so much, Nina.
There was a study event here for new students.
No, it doesn't look like it. So because it sounds like they may have went to college together. So it sounds like Xavier might have been on this Philos for a long time. No, I think the professor is just from this planet. And I think they just met in college. Like Xavier happened to go to college with him because it sounded like he was like, oh, you wanted to go back to college. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Part of the event included a tour of our facilities. That was when we introduced them to this analyzer.
The new students who started this year. Could it be?
Those 5 students who were attacked all enrolled this year.
There was a study event here for new students. Part of the event included a tour of our facilities. That was when we introduced them to the analyzer. Okay. Xavier's voice voices my thoughts. I take out my phone, check the school's official website, and quickly find the article about the study event. 5 students were selected. They are...
Here.
Xavier points to 5 names displayed on the screen.
All the students who encountered the Wanderer are listed.
The study event, the tampered device, the elusive Wanderer, everything starts to connect. This isn't a coincidence, Xavier. Something's off about this study event. The Wanderer is targeting its participants.
Indeed.
He agrees, but keeps his finger on the screen. I look again. Group leader, Soren, vice president of the student council.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president. So, I was told you guys were hunters.
It's the same guy who helped us on behalf of the university, and the only one who wasn't attacked. He's definitely suspicious.
There's only one way to find out.
I'm contacting him right now. There are a lot of people on this planet who know Xavier. There's also the old guy who sold them cocktails in one of his cards. He said he was a friend since he was younger. So Xavier's been on this planet for like a lot longer than we know. So we don't know why or how got here. And he's just, for all we know, he's just already lived on this planet. He's the same as MC, basically. Except isn't a star that blows up regularly. Hello. Welcome. Xavier is the first to head out. After saying goodbye to Ulysses, the professor, I'm about to leave, but a glance at the wall makes me stop in my tracks. Instead of a certificate, there's an old framed group photo at the top. It's yellowed with age, and the faces in that photo are all a bit blurry. Yet the person who stands on the edge. I look closer, and that indistinct figure suddenly comes into focus. It's Xavier. Now she's finding out that he's actually older. If the pages are yellowed or if the thing is yellowed, that means it's like old. Oh, but that means he's worked on the RMFMA. Oh, duh, of course he's worked on the FMFA. Sometimes I forget Xavier is just an old man. the RMFMA. That, you know, the RMFMA. Imagine saying next to the Mona Lisa. I can't. That would be hilarious. Seeing Xavier in all these old photos just nonchalant. I sit on a bench near the basketball court. I watch the ball arc through the air and precisely hit the back rim of a hoop. It bounces back into Xavier's hand. It's hard to fully appreciate this rare sunset, something I haven't seen much since graduation. It won't be long until we meet Soren. He just gets around like that. We're still a little unclear about the students. Could you go over some details with us in person? How about we meet up in 20 minutes at the lecture hall in the main building?
Sorry, I'm at the student union. There's a student council meeting right now. It won't end until at least 7 p.m.
Okay, serious question, you guys. Who's worse? Soren or that other guy? I can't think of his name. The other guy from Zane's. Why can't I think of his name? He's that unimportant to me. He's that gross to me. Soren or this guy? It's okay. We'll wait for you downstairs at the student union. You know Xavier must be dealing with some serious whiplash deja vu.
You've been quiet for a while.
Carter, yes! Because Carter... Oh, Carter's worse. Huh? Really? Unlike Carter, you can't be a villain and ugly. Xavier stops moving and stands by the 3-point line. He gazes at me.
We know he's in a meeting inside this building. Unless his evil lets him create wings so he can fly away, we'll definitely see him.
I look at the open door in front of the student union. Then I look at Xavier's calm face. I wonder what makes the victims stay quiet about the student event. I'd say Soren. His smug little butt is annoying. I'll have to make my decision after this. Right now it's still Carter. And then there's Soren. He knows why we're here, but doesn't say anything. If he's really behind this, that's some nerve.
Maybe he doesn't want to get caught up in any trouble. Either way, we'll be able to ask him soon. And if he still refuses to talk, we can investigate.
He must have felt so nice reminiscing his school days with us, like back then. He keeps gazing at me. His eyes are firm and steady. I nod. Then he offers me the basketball. You can design after you go through Zane's Ranch. I already went through Zane's Ranch. I remember him from Death and Rebirth, and Carter is the worst in Death and Rebirth. I know his invitation is actually a way of offering me a break from the mission. I can't bring myself to refuse, so I stand up. Sure. After... that's okay, wait. That's why I don't know why I couldn't remember his name, but he's definitely, in my mind, more slimy right now. Carter makes me want to gag. After a brief warm-up, I confidently aim the ball at the hoop. But before I can throw it, a sparrow just lands on the hoop. Interrupted by that, I turn to look at Xavier. If the Wanderer's appearance isn't a coincidence, then it just confirms our suspicion. Someone lured us here on purpose.
Should we call for backup in advance? Or are you implying there's a high chance the ether core is here? I'm going to guess the latter.
The sparrow is attracted to the small balls of light and flies away. Xavier moves closer and supports my arm.
Aim it a bit higher. Good. Now throw.
My accuracy is slightly off this time. The ball hits the backboard and rolls to my feet. I bend down to pick it up. Maybe it's not as terrible as we think it is. It could just be a coincidence. And Soren is a dedicated vice president of the school student council. He does seem to be good, well-behaved student. Sort of like you. Xavier takes the ball from my hand and steps back to give me a demonstration.
Perhaps it's because he looks like a good student that makes him the best at doing things behind the scenes. After all, people don't write their secrets on their faces. The calmer the water's surface, the easier it is to hide dangerous undercurrents.
The ball leaves his hand and once again goes through the hoop with a precise shot. As it bounces back, I intercept it before it reaches him. You always have a lot to say about other people, but what about you? Recalling the blurry, yellowish photo from the research center, I move closer to Xavier. Maybe it's the backlight that causes flickering spots to appear in my vision. My consciousness falters for a moment. Xavier, when I first saw him, Xavier in the no-hunt zone, Xavier in the research center, and Xavier playing basketball at sunset. They appear in front of me all at once. They line up gracefully and blend into the figure of the person before me.
Me?
What secrets are you hiding behind your calm face? From the distant past to the present, who are you really? Even though I'm so close to you, experienced all these life and death situations with you, I still cannot seem to fully understand you.
Huh?
Xavier's puzzled gaze lingers on my face and suppresses the questions in my heart. The only thing I eventually say is, I was going to ask if you were truly a good student. Or do you have some secrets? After thinking for a moment, he speaks in a calm tone.
I'd say I'm a good student.
She can't stand him, but even
I paid
Soren's
attention in class and always kept my eyes on the front of the classroom. That's how I kept ending up making eye contact with a classmate who frequently turned around during class.
Carter doesn't put on a facade. He owns his crazy. He did try to be all flirty with MC, though, to get close to her. True, but he's handsome, so Soren can't try. He looks at me with a knowing gaze. I look back into his eyes and feel as if everything sounds familiar. Maybe your classmate just wanted to check the clock at the back of the classroom to see how much time was left before class was over.
Oh. You're asking if I have a hidden side to me like Soren?
He responds with a question. Now it's my turn to think of my answer. Fortunately, Xavier doesn't seem to expect one from me. Instead, he slightly lowers his head as if he's talking to himself.
But the parts of me you think you know, and the parts you think you don't know, they make up who I am. All of me. Right here in front of you.
We no longer pay attention to the basketball. The sound of its bouncing on the ground echoes in my ear. It isn't until I see Xavier's hand wave in front of me that I realize the lingering sound is my heartbeat.
I think we have a new lead.
I compose myself and look in the direction that Xavier is pointing in. I catch sight of the enthusiastic student from yesterday's interview. He's walking out of the student union. Didn't he say he needed a week off after the Wanderer attack? I grab Xavier's arm. Something's not right. Let's ask him. Xavier, he's so cute. All right, halfway there. Before we get close, the student immediately recognizes me and Xavier. He excitedly waves at us.
What a coincidence! Why are you here?
Didn't you say you were going to take a week leave at home? What brings you back? I love all sides of you, Xavier. By the way, his myth has him look both feminine. I know. It looks really good, though. I can't believe how... Kingly, Xavier. I can't wait for you to come. I can't wait for you to be home. With no time to lose, I get straight to the point. But the student looks confused.
Huh? Did I say that yesterday? I don't remember at all. After the attack, my friend said my memory had gotten worse. I thought I was getting better over the past couple of days.
I don't like where this is going. I exchange a glance with Xavier, my eyes saying something's wrong.
What do you remember then? Do you recall attending a study event around 2 weeks ago? Did anything strange happen at that time?
A study event?
He frowns, thinking hard for a long time, and then suddenly something dawns on him.
It wasn't weird, but we did come
Thanks,
across
lady.
something intriguing.
Have a good dinner. We'll talk to you next time. Yes, good luck, everybody.
When we visited the Deep Space Exploration Research Center, there was this unique piece of equipment on the 3rd floor. For a short while, I felt like I walked straight into a haunted house.
He dramatically gestures, still looking a bit shaken.
It looked exactly like that haunted house I'm always terrified of. I almost screamed. After the tour, others said they had the same feeling, that for a moment, they fell into a really scary place.
Wait, you're saying you all had hallucination? Who else was there?
It was just the 5 of us, and the vice president. The guy had to step out for a bit, so we were on our own.
It's not a hallucination. This is something the RMFMA can also do.
You mean?
To make a long story short, it's like recreating a plane of existence and overlapping it with our reality. But only a few people know about this. We surely underestimated Soren.
Xavier grabs my wrist with one hand and supports my back with the other.
Hold on.
I just realized there's a bun on your shoulder. Yeah, I got the bun for Xavier. I had an apple in my hair earlier. Thank you. I gotta keep with the themes.
The research center. He'll get there before us.
Daylight lasts Daylight's last glimmer sinks below the horizon, and night arrives. As we stand in front of the research center again, the building takes on a more mysterious air under the night sky. Soren stands under the skylight on the 3rd floor. His back faces us.
You're quicker than I thought.
I should have known the moment I saw you.
Xavier stops behind him. After a brief pause of tension, Soren turns around.
Think you can still order me around, Xavier?
He has a glance at me, then he looks away.
You can't, and neither can she.
I assumed Soren's evil was like the memory manipulation. Or was that that's what I assumed it was. A sudden gust of wind stirs the indoor air. My heart trembles as I sense a faint energy fluctuation. Xavier, something's here. A light blade forms in Xavier's hand. I also take out my firearm from my belt holster. I walk over and stand next to him. He seems to manipulate reality. I think that's the RMFMA. Let's take Soren down before the Wanderer arrives. But before I can get close, Soren disappears. Oh, maybe it's this one. Maybe he moves really fast too.
It's too late. It'll take you to the place you've always wanted to visit.
He can also teleport? Could he be... manipulate reality? All the evils. Yeah, like causing hallucinations. But I wasn't sure what was his doing or the RMFMA's. Oh, that's true. The intensity of the energy fluctuation significantly soars. Xavier's Hunter's Watch, as well as mine, beeps at the same time before I can react. In a shadowy corner where the moonbeam doesn't reach, a colossal beast has stirred to life. This energy, it's fierce.
A wanderer with an ether core.
I kind of wanted to say, it's spicy. Or no, she says, it's feisty. It can't stay here. We need to lure it out. The light blade cleaves through the heavy darkness. Its shock waves ripple to the end of the corridor. As I was aiding so I wasn't paying attention to the stream, so didn't notice. Oh, that's okay. You're working hard outside.
You took the bait.
Oops, missed that. The Wanderer pauses its assault before creating an even fiercer wall of wind. It charges towards us once again.
You took the bait.
A huge shadow looms over us. I turn around and aim my gun. The expected proto-field doesn't materialize. Instead, I feel a sudden coldness on my face, as if I'm being pushed through a barrier. Out of the corner of my eye, the RMFMA lights up. Before everything goes completely dark, I reach for Xavier's hand. And I grab nothing. Ugh, my Xavier's eyes when he's being controlled. I know! Nebulae tranquility hangs in the sky as if they're the eyes of the universe. Faint rays of light spill over the shadows of trees that sway like waves. This feels like a proto-field. Countless waves of both strong and subtle forces swirl through my heart. I stand in this unfamiliar forest, enveloped in thick fog. This definitely isn't a regular protofield. The energy here is erratic, and the fluctuations are violent. Soren, when I catch you, Soren. Xavier, can you hear me? I call out to him several times, but only the wind rustles. The wind's rustling of branches and leaves answer me. He was probably dragged into the protofield too. I have to find him quickly. I look up, and a meteor streaks across the sky. It leaves behind a trail of fire as it flies past the top of the tall trees. A meteor? Several more follow suit before I can say more. All of them are headed towards one side of the forest. I can't help but follow them. In an instant, the night sky is ablaze with countless rays of light. Meteors pour down like rain. They disperse the fog and darkness which plague the forest as they fall in the same direction. Are they guiding me? I walk faster, gradually quickening my pace until I break into a sprint. Like me, the meteors fall even more intense and rapid. It's as if they're urging me to run with all my might.
Hey, is that you?
This voice... Xavier?
Answer me. Where are you?
Even though I can clearly hear Xavier's voice, I don't know where it's coming from. Is it in front of me? Or is it echoing in the depths of my heart? Brilliant arcs of light flash before me as the wind's whistle resounds in my ears. My heart surges, overwhelmed by the surrounding chaotic energy. I have a bad feeling. Please stay safe, Xavier. I hope nothing bad happened to you. As I traverse the dense forest, a mirror-like lake suddenly comes into view. Meteors streak down, falling into the expanse where the lake meets the sky. The energy fluctuation gets even stronger now. It pulls at my heart to the point where I struggle to breathe. Overwhelmed, I stumble and sink to my knees.
Not interested in playing hide and seek. Come out.
Ooh, Angie Xavier. We love Angie Xavier. Xavier? I frantically look around and spot Xavier near the lake's shore. Another figure quickly appears in front of him.
We're old friends at the end of the day, right? But you decided to greet me with a sword. That's cruel.
Soren? No, that's just an illusion. Soren adjusts his glasses, and his previously friendly, bashful expression vanishes.
You haven't changed even after all these years. You're still afraid of Starfall Forest.
Soren, this is cheating.
As if you're any different. To you, the ends always justify the means.
What are you trying to say? You have no right to criticize me!
Soren's laughter, twisted with rage, contorts his features into an unsettling and unrecognizable expression.
I used my life's work on you. I did everything I could to help you pass through the deep space tunnel. And what did I get in return? I was abandoned, trampled on, and turned into an outcast in this time and space.
Those were the rewards for your choices.
His figure vanishes, with his words. He reappears in front of Soren in the blink of an eye, the tip of his sword poised to kill. Countless sharp light blades rain down on Soren. Only his panicked voice can be heard within the dazzling spectacle of light.
You. Killing an apparition is a waste of time.
Then why did you dodge?
A beam of light descends, and the apparition is sliced in half.
Ugh!
It's not just an illusion. Somehow it and his actual body are connected. Struggling, I rush to help Xavier, but I fall again. The energy surrounding the area has changed. Oh wait, Xavier's evil is... Xavier's flurry of attacks continues, and there's no room for counterattacks. Nothing is out of the ordinary in terms of his appearance, yet his usual serene sparks of light scatter and fly chaotically around him, as if they've lost control, agitated or consumed by something.
It's time to put an end to this charade.
Wait! You can kill me. But what about her?
A meteor falls into the center of the lake. It awakens a sparkling light that twirls into a vague illusion. The silhouette wears a hunter's uniform. It's hard to make out, yet it's unmistakably familiar. It's me. My head. It hurts. But why? Yet it's at this moment I realize something. Soren created this illusion to distract Xavier. He's using the lapse in judgment to attack Xavier's mind with his evil. So it sounds like Soren has something to do with it, that he has something to do with the manipulation of Xavier's mind. I think that's what's going on. Xavier falters, but he slowly regains his footing. When he raises his head, his unfocused eyes resemble a frozen lake. They're cold and empty.
It can't be her. She's not a sacrifice. I will put an end to everything.
Nothing. I think that's Xavier messing with his own power. Because his mind is all screwed up, I think he can't control, he has full control over his light. When he's irritated, his light just kind of is a flurry. Xavier, I'm right here. That's an illusion. Perhaps weakened by Xavier's attack, the bullet makes the apparition stagger. With a reluctant, sullen expression, the apparition dissipates. The energy fluctuation also calms down. Even though the apparition on the water's surface is gone, Xavier continues to head towards the center of the lake. His expression is cold, and his movements are stiff. It's as though an invisible force is pulling him along. This isn't good. The evil is still controlling Xavier. I rush out to stop him. Xavier!
A planet that uses to survive. Doesn't deserve to be saved.
Come back to reality, Xavier. Don't lose yourself. Look, I'm right here.
You are...
What's wrong? Are you hurt?
You can't stay here. Run. Otherwise, you'll... as well.
His power is fading. It's the space trying to consume him. What's going on? I can't control your evil.
It's okay. Starfall Forest will stop once it has enough power. It will. I didn't protect you before. At least, it chose me this time.
Enough power. In that case, the Aether's core power should satisfy it. Oh, that was pretty, but also that was cute. Xavier?
You really are reckless.
That's such a good cutscene. I remember Forluzio putting his cat ears and tail on here. So was he fighting us at that time? Resisting us? That is when we couldn't resonate. I think... Yeah, because I always assumed resonating you had to be... Excuse me. I always assumed resonating required both people to be participants in it, because they kind of you have to take their power and they have to give it to you. And I don't remember there being an instance where we could take an evil without someone else willingly giving it up. Now, it could be argued that, like, maybe during Snowy Serenade or during Thorn Under the Moon, that Zane was like, I don't want you to take it. But I don't think he was ever unwilling to give it to us. I think he just doesn't want to. Silas too, I guess. Right, because she always said it was like an emotion thing. And it's not that we weren't trying to not do it with Silas. We just, I think on a subconscious level, couldn't get ourselves to do it. Like there was a wall. Well, they did say it goes off her brain signature. So if she really cares about the person, then she's going to be able to do it. But subconsciously, we didn't like Silas at the time, so we couldn't do it. He was willing to, but we just couldn't do it. But I think in this instance, Xavier was like shutting off his brain, so we couldn't take it because he was unwilling to give it to us. Oh, I see. I always thought resonating take a huge mental effort, and it's very dangerous on both people. It's not done with focus, if not done. Yeah. So it has to be, I think it has to willingly be both participants that has to do it. I think since Zane's own was more volatile, he couldn't control it, so it was easy for us to take charge, as it were. Yeah. Most of the time when we when we do resonate with Zane as far as like helping him out too, it's only when his evil backlash is happening, and I think he's already in a volatile state. So, but I think also Zane trusts us on a deep level. Like all the guys trust us on a deep level, but I think Zane in particular, there's something about him where while he puts up a front, I think for him subconsciously, he's always going to trust us. Also seeing how she was drug his heart where it could be and force it kind of tells to how much she really tried to override it. Yeah. I think she was... I think that it could be argued that that's the only time that we kind of force ourselves to resonate with somebody to stop something happening. And it's the only time we're working against Xavier. But to be fair, Xavier's trying to save us at the same time. So of course he's going to shut himself down from us being able to resonate with us. So I think this is the only instance where we actually force a resonation to help out Xavier because he's shutting us out. Do you recognize me, Xavier?
Hey. Are you okay?
Don't move. I apply medicine to the wound on his arm, but he abruptly pulls away. I almost drop the bandage. This is where he gets scolded. Xavier ignores my command and grabs my shoulders. He gives me a once-over. I'm fine. Don't tell me you're underestimating the power of the Aether Core.
I underestimated you. An Aether Core's power isn't something anyone should mess with. If you use it carelessly, the protofield would have devoured you. What then?
I can't just stand there and watch you get consumed. Saving you took priority.
You didn't answer the question. What will happen then?
His hand grips my shoulders more tightly. I glance at Xavier's pursed lips and pat his tense arm. Xavier, are you mad? Look, I'll admit I was a little reckless, but wouldn't you have done the same thing if it were me? Don't be upset. It won't help you heal, and it might affect your evil.
You always have so many reasons, but you never listen to me.
I will next time. I poke his face again and again until he reveals a helpless smile. He takes the bandage beside him, quickly wraps it around his arm a couple of times, and then stands up.
The energy fluctuations around us have only temporarily subsided. They could spike again at any moment. And Soren is adding fuel to the fire. We need to get out of here before he makes his next move.
While you were still unconscious, I used my evil to scout the area. This protofield does more than just devour power. I can't find its boundaries at all. It's like a space where if you shout, there won't be an echo.
Don't worry.
After getting his bearings, Xavier leads me deeper into the forest. It was a risk I was willing to take, regardless of what happens.
The protofield's
Both of us
environment was
together.
based on my memories. So there might be something that can help us leave.
We were literally in the same boat. There was barely any options. I've never heard of a wanderer that could invade and breed memories before. Or does this wanderer's connection with the Aether Core make it different?
There's also the possibility that Soren made some modifications to it.
After a brief silence, I carefully choose my words before speaking. Soren, he used to be your ally, right?
It was a long, long time ago.
The light blade slices through several overgrown branches to clear a path. It dissipates into a shimmering specks of light.
He changed his appearance and hid his evil. He needs to hide his secrets and also be in a position to strike me down if needed.
I immediately remember the perilous moments I faced with Xavier. When we first met at the abandoned research base with the Luminivores, and the robots watching us at Azure Square. He sent them.
Maybe.
Xavier holds out a small light, as if sensing something. He releases it and lets out a dry laugh.
This forest. It's a trap clearly designed for me. This can only be his doing.
He really seems to know you well, but he also hates you. Recalling the conversation I heard, I hesitate for a second. Did something happen in this forest? Is that why you're afraid of it? Moonlight gently falls, softening Xavier's features into a blur. Then I hear his voice again.
Rather than what's already happened, I'm more afraid of what might come in the future. But right now, you terrify me the most. You used the power of the Aether Core this time. I'm worried about what you'll do next.
What I've done can't be compared to your actions. Why don't you tell me what you did in the past?
We're here.
So Soren is what they call a tenebrae. Or is that only a word those betrayed the Hunters Association, not the Backtrackers? I'm pretty sure the tenebrae are only hunters who abandoned, not backtrackers. It's the take back. Following his gaze, I see a massive spaceship hidden behind the towering trees. Unlike the wreckage I saw in the no-hunt zone number 42, this one is more intact, with far more sophisticated engineering. Inside are various unfamiliar devices that are set up to form a makeshift command center. It's surrounded by papers lying scattered all over the place. You're welcome. I'll double check that too after this. You're not planning to use this spaceship to take us out of the protofield, right?
It can break through even the most chaotic gravitational energy flux. A protofield might not stand a chance against it. Let's just try it and see.
He flips several switches. One by one, faint blue lights illuminate.
Traceback 2, Phyllis 1101, PLS, is now online.
Philos. That name sounds familiar.
It's my homeland. A place far away from here.
I silently repeat the name to myself and feel a strange sensation as it resounds in the depths of my heart. I pick up the papers next to him. The messy handwriting and symbols seem like they're from another universe. Backtracker logs, spatial coordinates, perimeters. You and Soren were both members of the Backtrackers?
Yes.
The image of the spaceship slowly loads into a floating holographic screen. He scans the complex data line line by line.
Even though we called it a small group, there were quite a lot of us at one point. But after all this time, only a few of us remain.
Basic spaceship inspection complete. Please enter your password and verify.
Oops. Sorry, computer. Xavier doesn't respond and continues to press certain buttons on the panel. Then, he places his hand on one side of the screen.
Your identity has been verified. It's been a long time, Captain.
Prepare for departure.
Understood. Commencing pre-flight checks.
Aren't you going to ask me more questions?
Huh?
You must have many more questions. I won't hide anything. Just ask.
I do have a lot. Like, who are the Backtrackers? Why did you come to this world? And where did this spaceship come from? However, you said everyone has secrets and motives, and at the very least, I know you're not my enemy. That's all the assurance I need. Besides, now is not the best time for long stories. You know, when this branch came out, so many people were annoyed with the story. Why? But let me say this first. This doesn't mean I won't ask more questions later. Once we're out of this mess, you're going to tell me everything. Slowly and in great detail.
I'm okay with that.
Satisfied? I nod. When I step back, my hand accidentally flips a switch. Huh?
Oh, celestial body of mine, slumbering adrift in darkness.
I get this reference now. I want to cry, but this is also so cute. This voice. Xavier's?
Never heeds the whispers of life.
Xavier, is that you? A pair of hands cover my ears before the words can finish. For me, I don't mind because it would be a lot to take in 1 and 2. This was literally the first chapter of the story.
It's not me.
Really?
No.
Then why can't I listen to it? Seeing his ears turn red, I can't help but chuckle. I pat the arm resting across my face. All right, it's someone else. Or maybe the spaceship misses its captain so much that it imitated your voice for fun.
Yes, I agree. It's something like that.
During the brief silence, Xavier releases me and quickly shuts off the recording. I'm about to tease him again when an alarm makes us tense.
Protocore energy is low. Unable to start. Please refill the protocore energy cells to ensure a successful journey.
While the red warning lights flash, a sharp pang shoots through my chest. Xavier, The proto field is acting up again.
I know.
There's no doubt that Soren is manipulating the Wanderers hidden within the proto field. He's trying to trap us again.
Prepare for launch.
It's recommended to refill the protocore energy cells before takeoff. Do you still want to proceed with the launch?
Yes.
Understood. Initiating countdown.
Don't worry.
Before I can object, Xavier pushes me into a seat in the cockpit.
Protocore energy isn't the only thing that can fuel this spaceship. Although it can't support long voyages, escaping this protofield should be no problem.
After pressing a few buttons on the control panel, he takes something from the cabin wall and fastens it to his wrist. He sits down in the cockpit and takes my hand. He presses it against his chest, and a sense of foreboding washes over me.
I need you.
You're going to use my evil as fuel? No! I try to pull my hand away, but he tightens his hold. Don't even think about it. The protofield already drained your energy. You're not allowed to use your evil right now. It's very obvious that fueling this spaceship will be too much for him.
It's not a big deal. Using evil as emergency fuel is actually one of this spaceship's unique features. In the past, evil came to our rescue during several crises. It enabled us to make safe emergency landings.
Point. I wasn't sure how really it was, but I saved them.
Besides, I've got you here with me.
It's such a good line.
You're aware of the changes an ether core can bring. With your current strength, you can resonate and enhance my evil, right?
But
only you have the power to help us safely leave the protofield. Trust me.
He cups my cheek with his other hand. With a soft voice, he makes a promise to me.
Your power will keep me safe.
Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
My heartbeat races. Whether it's because of our current circumstance or the intensifying energy fluctuations, the pain in my chest grows sharper. Amid the blaring alarms, the spaceship begins to its final countdown. The flickering lights spiral into chaos. Xavier looks at me, his expression as calm as it always is. He's waiting for me to respond. All right, let's use your power. Let's let all your power flow through me. I'll keep you safe. I promise.
I know.
Violent tremors and a sense of weightlessness engulf us. After countless voyages through the boundaries of space, the spaceship plunges into the unknown once more. Chaotic energy crashes into the spaceship. The air currents instantly tear apart the scenery outside the porthole. I hear a high-pitched whistling. As chaos envelops my vision, only one warm force stays tightly connected with me. It flows steadily from my hand and gradually covers the world in a dazzling light. It overwhelms my senses. But then, weird, it feels like something is suppressing Xavier's evil, preventing a complete resonance.
Keep going.
Xavier tightly presses my hand against his chest. Even in the blinding light, his gaze stays calm and gentle. I grit my teeth and force the power into a sharp blade. Slowly but surely, it cuts through the invisible barrier along with the spaceship. Space itself is ripped open, which creates tremendous energy fluctuations and tremors. In the distance, a massive shadow looms.
At last, we forced it to show its true form. Get ready. It's time to deal the finishing blow.
Yes. Time to fight. It would annoy me if I really enjoyed this branch and the fandom would find faults in it and nitpick. There's a good amount of people who pointed out valid reasons for this. Some saw it as a gigantic plot where the two main people didn't communicate. From the situation they were in the middle of, and the fact that the MC is very respectful not to push or demand personal info from others, I thought she was very tactful in finding a good timing. Also, it was made clear at the end of the story that they would open up to each other from then on. I think that's the whole point of Xavier's thing, though. If you go off of like where is it? If you go off of like what has happened with him and MC, he's really all he's trying to do is just keep her safe. Fight time, look at these babies. Those who support the branch.
A wooden sword should be enough for something like this. Do you
Sword.
remember the techniques? The enemies are weak. Now's a chance.
I don't have swords.
Pay attention to its moves.
Xavier,
I'm here. Keep up the momentum.
I'll show you. Recovered already? How tiresome.
It's time. The enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
I hate these guys so
I'm
much.
not afraid. Watch out.
Ooh, I
Not a minute challenge. Light, shine down upon me.
Do you remember the techniques from our swordsmanship class?
Of course.
I do like this this is one of my favorite wanderers. I think that it's a really cool design.
Do you remember the techniques from our swordsmanship class?
Of course. Time to test them out. Xavier.
I'm here. It's time to end it. Get behind me. It's time. The enemies are weak. Now's our chance. Become one with your sword and...
I'll show you. Eat this.
Do you want to go home together?
Sure.
Sure. Ignorance is bliss. And I think believe the less she knows, the more she can enjoy life. I thought you could stand that one. Oh no, it's the mist one is the one I can't stand. The one that video capture that. The one that spins. Spinny boy. He's hard. The one that we just fought is hard to fight in is hard to fight in Abyssal Chaos though. Bigger. Yeah, they see. Recently started fighting the mold digger one. Really keeps you on your toes. Oh, yeah. Alright. Final one. And then we made it through. The deafening roar fills my mind and strips away my senses. Suddenly, it's as if a rift splits the space. It ushers us into a burst of gentle light and fresh air. After several long seconds, the discomfort fades. I slowly open my eyes. Yeah. I really like fighting that one because he's really fun to stop if you hit him the correct way with the resonance attack. It's so fun to cut him off when he's getting ready to dig. Or to get him right after he starts digging and you hit your resonance right at the right time and stop him from going under again. Everything comes into focus, and there it is. The RMFMA, standing serenely just a couple meters away. We're back in the research center. My senses return to my body. I scramble to my feet and frantically search for Xavier.
You're struggling to find me, huh?
A familiar voice calls out from behind. I turn and see Xavier leaning against the nearby wall. A bright red light on his neck flashes a few times before settling down under my worried gaze. That light is flashing, and you still want to crack joke?
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
He opens his palm and hands me the Aether Core fragment. It's glowing a soft green.
For its sake, sit with me for a bit.
And it's hard to kill too, even when you bring a chill. He's nasty. Unable to resist Xavier's expectant eyes, I approach him and sit down.
I already sent the collected data and our coordinates back to HQ. The police will also be involved. They'll be here within 15 minutes.
We don't have much time. We need to... I'm about to get up, but he grabs my arm.
Let's make the most out of these uninterrupted 15 minutes.
I feel a cool touch at my ear after Xavier pulls out a pair of wireless earbuds.
There's just enough time for one song. Then we'll be in a hurry again.
Who invites a girl to listen to music with a wireless earbud? You should have offered me wired earbuds. That way, we'd be close enough that we can't drift apart.
I'm too tired to drift into a place that's far away from you. And I wouldn't, even if I could.
Outside the skylight, another morning dawns. As Xavier expected, updating the intel and what happened on campus is as tough as tracking down the Wanderer. After leaving Prestera University, Xavier unsurprisingly retreats to his bedroom. Meanwhile, I return to the association with the Aether Core fragment. After a brief mission report, Captain Jenna warns me about our recklessness, After a brief mission report, Captain Jenna warns me about our recklessness, but also commends us for successfully completing the mission. With the order to return home and rest, I time my visit to line up with Xavier's recharging period. I bring supplies to the 6th floor. After several rings, Xavier finally opens the door, his hair all tousled.
You're finally back.
You look like you just woke up. Why are you speaking as if you've been waiting for a while?
Well, you just saw me. How can you tell I haven't been waiting long?
He effortlessly reaches behind me and takes the plastic bag.
It felt like forever.
No, that was I slip on my slippers and head to the living room. Xavier is already intently unpacking the bag full of food next to the coffee table. He pulls out 2 food boxes from the plastic bag and removes their packaging.
Is this from that store downstairs at the association? You went back there?
You needed to recharge, so someone had to return the Aether Core fragment, right?
Right. Thanks, partner.
Oh, Captain Jenna wanted me to relay a message to you.
What is it?
With mashed potatoes still in his mouth, Xavier looks up while the spoon is held between his lips. It's a warning. She said if you deliberately put her team member in danger again, she won't let you off the hook.
Got it. I'll remind her about settling the other 5 verbal warnings she gave me.
I'm hoping that eventually they will have, like, different versions of the hair. Because I agree, I think he needs, like, actually ruffled hair. In that brief silence, Xavier lowers his gaze and eats his mashed potatoes with one spoonful at a time.
Did Prestara University say anything?
Surveillance and witness protection are ongoing, but we still haven't found Soren.
If we haven't found him by now, chances are we never will.
He casually talks about it, but his words carry a mixture of indiscernible emotions. I decide not to dwell on it. You don't know where he's gone either?
Nope.
As I reflect upon everything, the vague, tangled clues pile up and cast a large shadow behind the clear image of Soren. Getting out of this precarious situation unscathed isn't something he could accomplish on his own. Only a few groups can pull that off. Who's supporting him? After finishing the box of mashed potatoes, Xavier retrieves a stack of documents and a sealed bag from under the coffee table. Inside the sealed bag is a tiny, button-sized device. I can't help but pick it up. What is this?
Ulysses found it at the research center. He urgently sent it over. Initial tests show it has a radio frequency chip that can resonate with metaflux fluctuations.
So this little thing is the culprit behind the RMFMA's malfunction, and even the tool Soren used to lure in the Wanderer.
Yes.
The room falls silent again. I follow the train of my thoughts and speak up. Can you also use that device to recreate a plane of existence and overlap it with reality? You mentioned it earlier that this is something only your people know about.
That's right. But you know I don't like illusion stuff.
Xavier calmly says. I nod and put the sealed bag back on the table. Who can help him make it that? Xavier doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he pushes the stack of documents towards me.
Here's the latest analysis and theories based on what we know. It includes a list of groups with similar tech. Go through it, and you'll come to your own conclusions.
As always, Xavier doesn't explain. It's as if he's already at the finish line with the answer. He's quietly waiting to see if I'll join him or choose a different path. However, I'm not content with following his lead this time. I place my hand over his and stop the documents he's pushing toward me in their tracks. I'll read these later. Xavier, I'd rather trust what you have to say right now. After a brief pause, Xavier purses his lips and finally meets my intense gaze.
It's Ever.
Ever? Some of the backtrackers are also involved. Oops. Hang on. Some of the backtrackers are also involved. They know everything you know, and they've had their eye on you for some time. Right?
Yes.
That makes them our common enemy then. Outside, the leaves rustle as the wind slips in through the gap in the window. The curtains flutter. My shadow merges with Xavier's, and it feels like the impenetrable door in his heart has opened slightly. This time, we are finally standing on the same side. Ta-da! We did it! We finished the last of the branches.